Hi guys, my name is Viking Size Gamer. Welcome back to the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more WWE news and WWE 2K18 news and reviews and rumours, everything to do with wrestling basically. Today we're going to be taking you through why Jinder Mahal deserves to win the WWE title at Backlash. Why? Here's why. Yeah, that really hurts. It doesn't work if you're not bald. Jinder Mahal has been doing incredibly well recently. He has certainly been bringing what you would call strong style to the forefront, having recently knocked out Finn Balor for a few seconds and smashing Sami Zayn in the face with a back elbow. He's been quite stiff in his work recently, let's just say it that way. But the man has got some talent, and also he isn't that bad of a worker as many people think he is. Yes, he has unfortunately had a few scrapes with the wrong people recently and has put a couple of decent bits of talent on the sidelines, but the main thing is that he has been trying to build an on-screen persona, and considering what he used to look like compared to what he looks like now, he's put in the work. A lot of people say that maybe he didn't do it through normal means. What that means, I don't really want to say on camera. Right. But the guy is a decent enough worker. And WWE currently are trying to expand their market into the Indian section. Pairing him with the Singh brothers is basically going to be able to give WWE the opportunity to print money in those countries by giving them somebody to cheer for. Jinder could be a believable heel champion, and actually a decent one at that. He does incite hatred from the crowd, and I think that's because his style is believable, whether or not he is actually hurting talent, as we saw from Finn. I mean, seriously, that elbow just... that looked devastating. Due to his recent work that he's had with Rusev, another man who really needs to be put into the main event scene. Thank God he's on SmackDown now. But the problem being is that he, after this, will look at probably losing to Randy Orton again. I don't think this is the right move. If reports are to be believed, Rusev will be looking at being put into the main event picture once he is fully recovered from his injury. And as it seems that SmackDown is becoming more and more the land of opportunity where they are actually giving talent the chance to flourish, it seems that really what they'll be looking at doing is giving more new talent opportunities to beat the older generation and get their name established, which essentially makes SmackDown a feeder system for Raw. I think this is an okay idea. It's not that big of a deal. Sadly, Bray Wyatt was affected by this because he was supposed to win the championship back from Randy and have a second reign, but at the last minute he was swapped to Raw. So instead what they're looking is building new champions, and they're looking to build new talent. Jinder would be fantastic for this. The man is what you'd call the prototypical big sweaty man that Vince McMahon likes. The guy is also ripped to shreds right now and looks like he could be a decent force enough to be reckoned with. The sad thing is that pairing him with the Singh brothers makes him look weak, like he can't get the job done. Possibly a lack of experience on his part. Whether or not that's true, I don't know, because the guy is big enough and believable enough to be able to get the job done. As Rusev will be coming back from his injury, it would be beneficial to pair those two together for a WWE title reign, thus turning Rusev face, something that should have been done a long time ago. Rusev is incredibly likable, and Jinder will need somebody to legitimately fight against, and they have beef previously. Jinder and Rusev have recently fought, and of course Rusev just got absolutely obliterated, but Jinder was there when Rusev got obliterated, and Jinder did turn on Rusev. We haven't seen Rusev since this all happened, so it would make sense for Rusev to come back and challenge the WWE champion, who just happens to be the man who turned his back on him before he left. I think this would be a great storyline for them to push. Don't hinder Jinder. Hashtag don't hinder Jinder. This guy, I really reckon that he could be the next big heel, the next anti-American, if they want to push that towards that. So it seems like they do need another one. Rusev has slowly been dropping out of the anti-American limelight, as you could say. There's been no real person to fill that void, and Jinder Mahal would be that person to fill the void of the anti-American persona. Rusev wouldn't necessarily be coming back and being all for Americans now. He would just be for taking the championship from the guy who just beat him up and turned his back on him, which makes sense. Jinder also acts fantastically like a heel, and I think it really would benefit him to take that WWE Championship and live that lifestyle of big suits and turbans, and basically turn him, I don't want to get this wrong, but I would like to call him the Sheik of Strong Style. And then eventually, I wouldn't see Rusev winning that WWE title. Instead, what I would see is the Sheik of Strong Style going up against the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura. At that point, Jinder Mahal would be one of the biggest heels in WWE. And with the Singh brothers, Nakamura would then be looking at trying to win and overcoming the odds. But eventually, I would see Jinder Mahal losing the WWE title to Shinsuke Nakamura and taking a Kinshasa to the face. Yeah, that would be satisfying. But I see that his reign really going on for at least 6 months and being a really, really terrible, evil heel. Not a coward though. I don't want to see a cowardly Jinder. I want to see a brutal Jinder. I do want to see Jinder Mahal basically use his physicality to get one over on his opponents. At this point, he doesn't need to be technical. He doesn't. He's got elbows and arms and fists and knees, and he just needs to be absolutely brutal and stiff looking. Please don't be stiff though. Don't hurt talent, Jinder. Just be a good heel and look like you're hurting people. That's how I would book you. But honestly, I really reckon that Jinder would do so incredibly well as the WWE Champion. He would be able to build a decent persona, and then eventually he would be able to be drafted to Raw. And that is where he would be able to look at winning the Universal Championship, because they don't have enough decent heels on Raw. So SmackDown is the place for Jinder to stay there and flourish and work on his character. What do you think about Jinder Mahal? Do you believe that he should get a decent enough push and be WWE Champion for a while, just so we can get somebody else in there and get them over as a face? Or do you believe that he's just a big sweaty man? Either way, let me know down in the comments. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. My name is Viking Size Gamer, and this is why Jinder Mahal should get a push as WWE Champion. See you later.